So I'm going to show you today how to clear one potential fix, or a couple potential fixes for an issue where one of the print cartridges, usually the black, since that's the one that gets used and replaced the most, is printing a lighter color than the rest of them on your Xerox printer. And this also works for 6500 series as well. There's a couple different things I'm going to show you how to do. The first is the more basic. So there's a couple of different things you can do in the maintenance menu here, which the first one is color registration adjustment. So it's supposed to do this automatically. I'll go back here, but you can actually kick this off manually. So you can say adjust color registration, auto adjust, and then it'll say, are you sure? And you hit OK. And this will attempt to automatically calibrate the different colors and make sure that they're in alignment. So that's one thing you can do. And I'm going to show you how to do the two easier things first before you go to the more complicated. The next thing you can try is also in the maintenance mode. Admin menu, you go to maintenance. There is a you can try, clearing the developer. That may help. You can try the drum refresh. That may help. But the resetting the fuser may also help. But the one that's most likely to help is the toner refresh. So go to toner refresh for the cartridge you're having the light print on. In my case, it was black. Hit OK, and that attempts to sort of pull, stir the toner, I think is what it says in the manual, and make sure that if you just install the new print cartridge that it's ready to go. The last thing we're going to try here, turn off your printer, so flip that switch to off. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to hold down the top and the bottom buttons. We're going to go back over here and flip the switch to on. Sorry, hard to hold the camera and do both of those at the same time. So keep holding down the up and down button, and instead of booting into the normal printer, what it's going to do is load you into the service mode. And you can go through here and say, what we're going to do is, you can see there's a lot of different options. We're going to go to the engine diag, hit OK. I'm going to go to motor test. There's a lot of different motors in here, but what we're going to do is spin the motor for the toner that you're out of. And the reason that we do this is there's actually sort of a path that the toner goes through to get to where it goes onto the paper, and that path can actually get, if you buy a toner, let's say you bought a generic cartridge and it had a low density toner or was poorly made or got clogged. This can happen even with official cartridges, if they get clogged, not enough, or if they're running out and you run them too close to empty, not enough toner will get into that path. And so when you go to try and print, even if you install a totally new, Xerox official, really nice cartridge, what's left in the print path is the toner from the previous cartridge, the lack of toner, I should say. There's the path does not have enough toner in it. And so what we're going to do here is manually run this motor with the cartridge in, and what that does is it puts toner, into that path, and so you'll start getting darker prints again. So we're going to hit this OK button, and then the test is going to start running. We'll wait about 20 or 30 seconds. I'm not going to show you the whole thing here because this path actually has enough toner in, and I don't want to clog anything, but you will hit this. You're going to hear it running. And then when you're done, you can hit the back button. It'll stop. And then you turn your printer off and back on. And just like new, it'll be like, hey, I'm cool. But the thing is, you actually still won't get your first couple of prints after this completely back to normal. What you need to do is print about 10 black and white test pages, or yellow and white, whatever color that you have. Make sure you print something with that color. So print about 10 pages of that, maybe up to 20 sometimes if it was a really bad case, and you should start to see it get darker. So you can kind of see here, this is what the printing was looking like, gray. This is printed in the dark purple, so that's one way you can tell that it's a toner cartridge issue. Is the dark purple, which is red and blue, worked fine. The red looks fine, but just the black was not printing properly. So it's the black print path specifically that was causing the issue. You know? So you can kind of see when I first started printing test pages after doing that, it was still pretty gray. But then as I kept printing, it started getting darker. So you can kind of see, you know, it's darker on the end here. And then this one gets even darker from left to right. And by the end, it's, you know, printing just as dark as it ever has. So, and it may take a few, you know, prints for stuff like the extra toner blotches here to clear out. But by the end, it should be printing just as dark as it was before. And yeah, you know, if you keep running into this problem, I would make sure that you use higher quality print cartridges so the black toner stays in the print path correctly and doesn't keep fading out. But otherwise, yeah, hopefully that helps.